Destiny, and today we are going to be showcasing March 7th. And right off the bat, I freaking love this character because of how cute she is and how she just has an infinite stash of boba up her sleeve. Before we begin today's video though, let me know in the comments down below one of your favorite video games. For today's recommendation, or rather today's favorite, I have to go with Super Paper Mario. Lastly, if you guys enjoy videos like these, make sure to subscribe to win your next 50/50 and also hit the like button to support the video. Now, let's get straight into it. Today, we are going to be using Super Break March, and she's just so much freaking fun to play and so freaking powerful with the super breaks. So we're gonna do just right off the bat, we're just gonna use her technique, and this technique is literally the cutest freaking technique. I love it. And then we're just gonna use the rest of our techniques because as you guys can see, this will actually allow March to get some charges right at the start of battle. And as you guys can see, Cocolia is the victim for today, and we're just gonna freaking punch her in the face. Wha-bam! So we're just gonna start off by making Gallagher our Shifu with March's skill. And I freaking love this skill. This has gotta be one of my favorite animations because she literally gives him some boba, which is awesome. I freaking love boba, so this definitely makes it one of my favorite animations for sure. Now we're gonna do though with Gallagher is just basic attack this big dude so that March can come in with her follow-up attack. And what's really cool about making an ally her Shifu is that they'll be able to help her get charges so that she can unleash her enhanced basic attack. Now what we're gonna do though is we're gonna use our skill with Trailblazer, just get off that ultimate so we can get those super breaks going once it's time. And now with Ruan Mei, we could just basic attack and then use our ultimate. And right after that, we are going to also use March's ultimate, which this ultimate is so adorable. She's just recollecting her memories and then also some boba as well. And there we go. Whoop, bam. Not too much damage, but it's fine. Our main source will definitely be those enhanced basic attacks. So now what we're gonna do with Gallagher is we are going to use our ultimate and attack all of these enemies, as well as weakness break majority of them. And the reason I wanted this big guy to attack us is so that March 7th can actually get a little bit more energy once we go into the second wave. So what we're gonna do with Gallagher is just punch everyone in the face. There we go. And now we're gonna break the big guy and deal a bunch of damage. And now it is time for March's enhanced basic attack. And what I really like to do is use March 7th's ultimate before her enhanced basic attack comes up so that we have 2 more hits for our enhanced basic attack right off the bat. Since we can actually deal 3 hits, and if we do the ultimate, now we have 5 hits. Plus we have a chance to get 3 additional hits, which means she's gonna be able to do 8 flashes essentially if we get pretty lucky. I know that was a mouthful for sure, but let's just show it off. So we're gonna do it in normal speed. Well, bam and boom, almost 270,000 damage. Holy crap. Those super breaks are no joke. I freaking love March with the super break team. She's just so freaking cool. And now we're just gonna basic attack and get this big guy out of here. So now we're in the second wave, and I'm just gonna focus on breaking this big guy because I do not want him to slow us down. And now with Gallagher, we can basic attack. March will come in with that follow-up, and now what we could do is use her ultimate once again. And I love all these things that she's thinking about. There's just like the doggy, the boba. It's great. So now we're just gonna go wha-bam, and we're also gonna break him, which is awesome. And Cocolia is going to attack Ruan Mei, which is perfectly fine. So now we can use our skill on the big guy over here. And with Ruan Mei, I'm actually just going to use her skill so we can get closer to getting her ultimate. With March, now it's time to focus on Cocolia and weakness break her as fast as possible. We're going to do a basic attack here. Gallagher comes in, another basic attack. And since we actually used our ultimate before, we're going to be able to break Cocolia. So let's go right ahead and wha-bam! There we go. So now with Trailblazer, we gotta replenish our ultimate and do our cute little dance. I freaking love it. This team is just so much fun. And now we can focus on Cocolia. We want to wither down her health as much as possible. With Ruan Mei, use the skill again. Turbulence is gonna come in and help us out. And we're just gonna focus on Cocolia, and I'm actually going to save Gallagher's ultimate here. So now what we're going to do is we can actually focus on the big guy. I kind of want to get him out of here. He's been here for a little too long. So there we go. Use Ruan Mei's ultimate, and this is where we're gonna get some wombo damage coming in. So now we're gonna do with March is just basic attack Coco here, and now we can basic attack her with Gallagher. March is gonna come in. Now we could do Gallagher's ultimate and deal some boom big super breaks. breaks. And now March is gonna come in, and Cocolia, I'm sorry, but it might be GG's. I think it's over for you. I really want March to actually kill Cocolia, so I kind of just want to use the skill. But either way, actually, you know what? I want March to be the star of the show. So we're gonna give her a drink back for the boba she gave us initially. And guys, don't do this, by the way. Just use Gallagher's enhanced basic attack to end the fight. But I really wanted to end the fight by using March's slashes. So let's finish it in style. And bam, goodbye Cocolia. You have officially been terminated by March 7th, the Terminator.
I'll be back.
And we have Argenti over here. I actually don't know why Argenti's on this side, but actually now I'm thinking about it, do you guys think Argenti can 1v1 Kafka, or do you feel like Kafka would actually win? I'm kind of curious, like, who do you guys think would win this 1v1? He's dazed now, so we might have a chance. Now that we've dazed Kafka, let's go check out our builds. So here we are with March. We have a bunch of speed. Honestly, you do not need this much speed. It's just the relics I ended up getting on March had a bunch of speed substats. The main focus we want is that break effect, as well as getting just a decent amount of crit rate and crit damage. If you are running a more crit focused build, then you will want a bit more crit rate for sure. But since this is more a hybrid build slash I guess a super break build, because of the team we're using, we want more of a focus on the break effect. And here's just the rest of her stats. For the light cone, we are using Boot Hill signature light cone, but if you don't have this one, you can use Cruising the Stellar Sea, you can use Sword Play, Only Silence Remains can also work. I personally really like Cruising in the Stellar Sea on March in particular though, just because it's a really good free-to-play light cone. And more than likely, you might take a cycle longer if you do end up using Cruising instead, which I think is perfectly fine because March was able to just get us a 1 cycle just now, which is really good performance, especially for a free-to-play character. For her traces, they are maxed out. For her relics, she is running the Forge set. And the reason I'm using the Forge set is because most of the enemies we were fighting just now are Fire Weak. If they aren't Fire Weak, then what you could do instead is use the Talia set. You could also, of course, consider the Ruan Arena set. It ultimately just comes down to what your March's build is, which I actually just recently released a guide on all the builds you can do with March. So make sure to check that out after this video. And of course, we are using the Iron set, which is the new break set. This set is really good for our super break March here because she's going to be able to ignore a good amount of enemy defenses for sure. And we do want to make sure that in battle she has 250 break effect or higher, which she was able to get this from the team members on the team. And then for her Eidolons, she is E3. And just as a quick reminder, all of March's Eidolons will be free, which is really nice. Her E1 is really good for having more speed. E2 allows her to get that follow-up attack as well as a charge from doing it, which allows her to get her enhanced basic attack quicker. And then E3 allows her basic attack and skill level to increase, which her basic attack is really important to level up because of this being her main source of damage output with that enhanced basic attack. As for Ruan Mei, here is her build. We're just gonna go through it real quick. A bunch of break effect and also a good amount of speed. She is running her signature light cone, but if you don't have this light cone, no problem. You can use Memories of the Past. You can even consider meshing cogs if you want more energy. So there are definitely multiple choices you can do since a lot of the Harmony light cones are just pretty nice overall. For traces, they are maxed out. For relics, she is wearing the Watchmaker set so that she can give the team more break effect. And then she also is running Talia just so she has even more break effect just on her herself. For Eidolons, this Ruan Mei is completely E0. I have not activated any of them. For Harmony Trailblazer, since I have the girl Harmony Trailblazer, this is our super break queen, and I just absolutely love this character. They are just so good for making break teams even stronger. We have a good amount of break effect on them, and then also a good amount of speed. For the light cone, we are using Memories of the Past, which if you do for some reason have multiple of Ruan Mei's light cone, you can also use that. You could of course also consider a light cone like meshing cogs for more energy, but if you do have Memories of the Past, I would highly recommend this light cone here. For traces, they are maxed out. Relics, we're actually running the Iron break set on Harmony Trailblazer as well because I wanted them to deal a bunch of damage with those super breaks since we will be able to ignore enemy defenses. And then we also have the Talia set equipped for more break effect. Eidolons, our Trailblazer is E6. And lastly, we have Gallagher. Gallagher, same thing, good amount of speed and break effect. And honestly, all the characters on this team are built pretty similarly. It's just good amount of speed, break effect, and you should be good to go, honestly. With March also wanting some crit stats just for additional damage, we are using the What is Real icon, but other alternatives can be multiplication. This will allow Gallagher to be advanced forward after every basic attack he does, which is really good when you aren't getting that advance forward from the ultimate and you're just doing your normal basic attacks. This can allow any abundance character to be able to help assist with getting March her charges faster, since they will be able to act more often. And if you do use multiplication, I would recommend using a fast sustain as well. So let's say you have Bailu, Luocha, whatever it may be, you can have multiplication on them, and then of course you want them a bit on the faster end so that they can just generate charges for March 7th. But I personally really like Gallagher because one, he's amazing on this super break team. He definitely contributed a good amount of damage himself, and the team was just very synergistic overall. And also he is able to advance himself forward by 100% after using his ultimate, which just allows March to get a bunch of charges. You could also potentially consider quid pro quo. This is nice for getting more energy for team members, so it ultimately just comes down to what team you have. But the reason I used What is Real is I just wanted more break effect, plus we'll be able to recover HP for Gallagher himself when we are using his basic attack. So this just helps for him having a bit more sustainability for himself as well. For the traces though, they are maxed out. For relics, we also have the Forge set as well, because majority of the enemies, as I said, were fire weak, so it's just the same thing as March. Literally the same relics. And once again, we're using the Iron Break set, since we'll be able to ignore enemy defenses with those super breaks. So this just makes him able to deal more damage overall, and is just pretty beneficial, especially on this team comp. For Eidolons, he is E6, and honestly, this team is really nice. The fact that you only have one limited character on this team, and two of these characters are completely free. I believe recently we were also able to get a free Gallagher, and he was on a recent banner as well. So a lot of us may just have a Gallagher laying around, so he's really good to invest into for this particular team comp. And overall, he has a really good synergy with March 7th, as she will be able to get a good amount of charges from him being her Shifu. And what makes this team even better is that whenever a Harmony, Nihility, Preservation, or Abundance class character is March's Shifu, her basic attack and enhanced basic attacks toughness reduction will be increased by 100%. And then when you pair this up with Ruan Mei will be able to increase the weakness breaking efficiency of allies, which allows March 7th to literally shred toughness meters with this particular team as well. And this will allow you to be able to start dealing super break damage as soon as possible. Plus, March being imaginary means that now she can also imprison enemies when she does break them, which makes it even better because now she'll be able to delay enemies. Plus, you'll have a good amount of break effect on her, which is definitely beneficial for this. Ruan Mei's ultimate will be able to delay enemies. And then for Hat of the Theater, which is from Harmony Trailblazer, they'll be able to additionally delay enemies when an ally weakness breaks them. So this just becomes a fun delay party, and March will just be able to kick enemies' butts alongside, of course, Gallagher's damage and Harmony Trailblazer's damage. But yeah, this is the team. It's super free-to-play friendly in my opinion, especially with the Lycone alternatives you can use. And March 7th has definitely exceeded my expectations, which is how freaking cute and also how strong she can honestly be. I will be showcasing more March 7th teams, but if you guys have any suggestions, I would love to hear them so I can potentially test them out and then make a video for you guys. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Once again, if you want to check out my guide for March 7th, make sure to check it out on my channel. And if you did enjoy this video, consider subscribing to see more Star Rail content from me. And also, this will allow you to get some free boba from March 7th. She will give you boba if you subscribe. Leave a like to also support the video, and I hope to see you all next time. Peace.